Hi, I'm an instructor at Lawson State Community College, and in this video I want to show you as an instructor how do you assign homework in MyMathLab. I was recently assigned a course where they use MyMathLab as the learning management system, and so I used MyMathLab before, but it's been years. Been about 4 years since I've used MyMathLab, so I basically had to learn everything back over. And so just in case you run into some complications and how do you assign homework assignments, if you've forgotten or if you've never done it before, this is the video for you. So I've already created my course, and this is my course, Math 09A Elementary Algebra. And as you can see, I have a course ID, students enrolled. Currently 3 have enrolled already. But let's go ahead and get to the point of assigning homework problems. So as you can see here, it takes me to this screen, and there is a homework assignment tab here. And notice I've already created 2 assignments. But what you want to do is go to manage. So when you see that word manage, that tab is the tab you need to use in order to actually create the assignments. So let's go to manage. Next, you will create an assignment. I want to create a homework assignment, so go to create homework. So you give your homework a name, and I'm going to call it 3.3 Solving Linear Equations. They give you an option of whether you want to personalize the homework assignment based on student test or quiz results. I usually skip that, but of course you can use that, especially if you assign quizzes in MyMathLab. Then you get to choose the chapter that you want to choose from. Section, let's go with 3.3. And you can even specify the objectives. What's nice about the homework assignments is that they correspond to the homework in the book for the publisher that you're using, the author that you're using. And also what's nice about it is you get like a little small preview, as you see here, of what this particular problem is about. So that's nice. You don't have to open it entirely to look at and preview the problem. You can actually just do this and you will actually see the problem. So let me go through here and click on some problems that I definitely want to assign my students. Right. And then of course you can add those problems, and they go over here. And what's also nice, let's say you wanted to keep it down to a certain amount of problems. Let's say I only wanted 5 really. Usually in reality I like to keep it around 20 or less, but let's just say you only wanted 5 problems for your homework assignment. You can always preview and remove, which is nice. So you can say, you can go through here and you can click on next at the bottom here, and you can just go through the problems and decide whether or not you want to remove one of these problems. So I thought that was pretty nice. Alright, let's say I wanted to remove that problem. You could just click on remove and you can close it, and you have 5 problems now. Let's go to next. I get to assign my availability options. Let's say if I wanted to set the due date. I also get an opportunity to, if I want to allow students to work and change score after the due date, for example, you can change those options. I like to give my students 5 chances, just because I also use WebAssign, and the default is 5 chances, so I usually keep this as 5, but of course you can make this unlimited. You don't have to have just 5 chances. It could be unlimited. And of course you have some other options here, whether you want to allow them to print it or save question values or lock correct answers, or allow other instructors to import the assignment. Then I save and assign. If you don't save and assign, then your homework will not be visible to students, so you definitely want to assign at some point. So I always just go save and assign, and as you see, my homework assignments popped up. You want that green arrow to be here under assigned. If not, your students will not be able to complete the homework assignment. So that completes this video on how to create an assignment in MyMathLab.